is Gov's Radio.
Gov's Radio.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. You had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and more. Contact Knockem Dead Comedy for your event today.
Okay, we'll just do that for right now.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're going to keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie. Hey, how do you...
With me in your head, because I didn't.
No, I did. I told
hear
you.
Any of this. This is all like completely new stuff. So weirdo. I feel like you need to move over more because things right in your face. Ten seconds.
This is Gov's Radio.
Gov's Radio.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Thanks for joining us this morning. GovsRadio.com is the website. You can see our show there live right now. Ahem. Ahem.
Say something.
Hi.
Say something again.
Hi. What's the matter?
Normally, with these headphones, because I have it plugged into this area, I can only hear out of one earpiece. So I try to make sure I don't hear out of this ear because this ear bugs me.
Since when has that been going on?
I don't know. I think forever. Like if I take it and I plug it in here, it's fine.
Yeah,
but I like it in there because then I can control the volume and not listen to anyone or anything if I don't want to.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, hi everyone. How are
Hi.
you?
It's Monday. It is June.
Oi.
It's June. Oi.
I don't know. 13th?
13th.
13th. It is June 13th. I had one job today.
It's Monday. Welcome, everybody, to the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast, coming at you live from Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. Please like and share the show as you don't see it.
Yeah. I had two jobs today.
The middle one. The
That
next
one?
one. That one.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please like and share the show. Hit the thumb. Well, go to YouTube. Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. That's the name of the Facebook page. That's the name of the YouTube channel. But go to YouTube because that's where we're interacting with you guys this morning. You can comment and talk to us all you want, and we'll talk to you. We'll read your comment, and we'll answer you. And please hit the thumbs up on that YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Copy the link, and tell everybody you know about all the great shows here at Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, including this one because we're live right now. We are live right now, right?
Yeah.
Because that screen up there isn't showing it. So I'm going to double check.
No, we are. I got it right here.
You see it?
Yep.
We're moving?
We're moving.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So we're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club, where this weekend you will see Aaron Berg Friday and Saturday.
Aaron Burr?
Aaron Berg.
Isn't that the guy that did the dueling with someone in the, 1700s? Aaron Burr. Isn't that his name? Okay.
In the Giggle Room this weekend, Terry McNeely, Billy Geyer, Joe Cravella, Dan LaRocco, Stephen Rocco Perillo, and more. That's on Friday. And then on Saturday, just in time, Jeff Bosey was watching, just in time, there's a drag queen show in the Giggle Room on Saturday. At the brokerage in Belmore, Caitlin Cook will be there this weekend. But on Friday, the late show is an open mic hosted by our pal Sean Brown. He's fantastic, and you're going to love his open mic.
Are you going to talk about Jeff Bosey from this weekend?
Yes.
Okay, good. Then I'm not going to, steal your thunder.
At McGuire's in Bohemia this weekend, John McLennan on Friday, and then Mark DeMeo on Saturday. I'm good. Well, we got Cravella and Fat Jay coming in tomorrow for Tuesday Trivia. I'm going to try and get Mark DeMeo in here because he's a funny guy. And he sat in with us one night on the Green Room show, and he's great. I like him a lot.
Nice.
So I'm going to try and get him in here. So go to govs.com and...
What?
Nothing. Go to govs.com, check out the full schedule, and make your reservations to a lot of great comedy shows. Lots of good stuff coming up here at Governors. Adam Ferrara's playing McGuire's in a couple of weeks. There's a lot of good stuff going on. And go to knockemdeadcomedy.com and find out our schedule. And you can get information on who we are, what we do, and in case you're looking into hiring us. Maybe you need some great entertainment for a fundraiser or a corporate event, or you just have an establishment where you want to bring people in, sell tickets. We'll take care of you. Audience interactive, comedic game shows, and murder mysteries. It's going to be a lot of fun. knockemdeadcomedy.com. We're performing at Peppercorns in Hicksville.
Oh, when is that?
Towards the end of July. July 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. But I might not be right about that. But go to our website and you'll find it.
That was my old wedding anniversary.
July 22nd.
According to me.
What does that mean?
When my ex filed for divorce, he put down our wedding anniversary was a different day. And so me and my lawyer were like cracking up about it. I'm like,
How far off was it?
great loss that was. One day.
One day. Goodness.
It's only 25 years. It's not like he had a lot of time to get that down.
Does he know the kids' birthdays?
Maybe. Probably.
He doesn't know what grade they're in.
No. Or where their schools are. Thank goodness for a ways. I think it's by that yellow tree, Daddy.
By the yellow tree. So, hope everybody's well. Thanks for joining us today. I hope everybody had a good weekend. It's hot as crap out there today.
Yeah, it's a little muggy.
Yeah,
but it's nice, though.
No, it's not.
It's like that, it's not burning.
It's not burning, but it's like that. It almost feels like there's no oxygen out there.
Be happy. Just be happy.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy in here because the AC's on.
Yeah, no kidding.
Is that...
You seem bothered today by electronics. Is what?
That thermostat back there. I turned it on Friday, and I would swear I felt heat, so I just turned it back off.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
I could be wrong.
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard because it's behind a monitor, so it's hard to get to.
Yeah.
I couldn't read it to see. Like I couldn't see the screen to see what the temperature was.
You need the dwarf-like people to get back there like me.
Exactly.
In fact, there's the guy that like fixed the hose pipe, the plumber.
Yes.
I was because there's another hose pipe in the backyard that hasn't worked in a while.
What exactly is a hose pipe?
Like the pipe that holds the hose, the outdoor water system.
Oh.
Like you turn the water on for the year, and every year the one in the front bursts, and then I have to call them, and they come out and change it. So I wanted to get the backyard one redone, but to turn it on and off, it's underneath the house. Like you have to go underneath the house for that.
The
thing.
spigot is under the house?
Not the spigot, but the how you turn water on and off. In that crawl space?
Yeah.
It's actually there. So he was looking at me, and I was like, I don't think you're going to fit. He goes, no, I'll fit. I go, yeah, I don't want to, like, fat shame you. And he's not fat. I was just, he's a man. A man doesn't fit under there.
And it is a very small crawl space.
I have to get under there. Like, I'm seriously the only one who can get under there.
I don't think I can even,
No,
I wouldn't even know how to maneuver myself
not,
to get in.
You wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what tall people that own that house do.
That's a job you should have done.
I should have that job. Yeah.
No. The job. What I'm saying is, you should hire somebody to get the job where they extend the pipes and bring all the turn on and turn offs out. Outside of the
I didn't even
space.
think of that. Why don't I do that? He can do that, right? If I go under there and shut it off, because he can't get under there. No one can get under there but me.
Well, you'd have to find somebody that can fit under there first off, so they can hook up the pipes and then extend it.
Like when the pipes froze and I had to get under there and drag the heater underneath the big pipe. Just stop laughing every time I say the word pipe.
Well, this time you said big pipe.
Big pipe.
Big pipe.
The main. Yeah, I had to put the heater right underneath the main because the water wouldn't unfreeze.
I want you to call me that from now on. The main.
Main.
That's Tony.
I'll call you. He's the main with the big pipe.
King Tony, the main.
Why King?
Do you remember last week I designated us the royal family of the USA?
I don't think that's going to take off. I think
Why
you
not?
want that to take off, but it's not going to take off.
Well, it should take off.
Because we're in America. We don't have kings and queens in America.
But that's the whole point of designating ourselves that, because we should have a royal family. Somebody that we can all look up to in times of trouble.
We can't look up to me.
Why not?
Because I'm a dwarf.
All right, so they'll look down on you, but when they look down, you'll be like this. So they'll feel good.
Yeah.
So extend your pipes.
I'm going to extend my pipes. Yeah, because it's ridiculous that the main is underneath the house in an emergency.
Yeah.
And what if I'm not there? The kids can't even fit under there. You have to be my height.
Yeah, that's stupid.
And I have to crawl under and pull myself underneath the thing. And then once you get under there, there's space, because it's crawl space. It's I can't stand up or anything, but.
I knew Andy Plajanos was going to call me racist after I said spigot. I waited
Why spigot? Why is that racist?
Because it sounds like a certain racist term.
Spigot. I don't want to get in trouble.
You may already have.
Spigot.
She gave a heater to the big pipe.
I did. I did.
All right, so how was your weekend?
It was fun. Yeah.
Busy.
It was really busy, but fun, and yeah, it was great. We had a murder mystery show. Well, you had two. I had one. What's wrong?
No, then I just realized there was a picture I wanted to add to the.
Damn it!
I forgot.
Damn
it.
You don't have it on your phone. You could just hold it up.
Yeah, I could, but I didn't. I wanted to show it better.
Well,
go ahead.
You can't now, can you?
No, I can't.
No. So just move on and pull out your phone.
So go ahead. Keep going about your weekend.
Yeah, so we had you had a smaller murder mystery that you didn't need like a big sound system, but the one murder mystery that I did, that was fun. I had a great time. We had and you were talking about Jeff. Jeff is so good. Jeff is so good at this that I forget he's new. That's like the I guess the best compliment, because he's like, you know, he kind of like stands around the sound system at the end and, you know, saying goodbye and stuff because he's polite and like he's so good, but he's so new. I should be like, oh my goodness, Jeff, you were amazing, but he's so good that I forget that he's new. And I was just like, yeah, all right, see you next time, buddy. Like and I was thinking as we were driving home, I'm like, I forget how new he is because he's so natural at this. Like I think it's like his freaking niche, or like one of them. We have more than one thing we're good at, but he's fantastic.
This weekend, it was Jeff's third and fourth show with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm with you. You would never think that he's new at it.
No.
He does a tremendous job. We've talked about it a million times here. I do feel the comedic timing of being on stage and doing stand up. I do feel that's helped him.
But it's such a difficult thing to be around an audience that, you know, is grabbing at you and interrupting you, and you have to remember your lines, and not everyone remembers like their lines perfectly the way you remember them in rehearsal, and he's so natural. What
I like too is after a show, he'll ask, you know, how did it go? What do you think? How did I do?
That's when I forget.
Give me some feedback. And I appreciate that, and I know he's not looking to get pumped up. He just wants to be better next time. Yeah, he just wants to be better next time, and he is honestly looking for feedback, whether it's, you know, constructive criticism or just pointing out the good stuff. And he. And I have been honest with him. In fact, after the show on Saturday, I was just telling him how tough it is because our shows are so interactive. You have something going on in the middle, the main part of the show, but our actors walk around the audience and talk to them, you know, throughout. So it's tough because you don't want to take away from the scene that's going on the floor, so you have to be very careful. and it was good because we did a show on Saturday where it was a very small group, and he...
it was someone's birthday party or something.
Yeah,
right?
It was just a private birthday
My
party.
My masseuse's sister's birthday party.
Masseuse's sisters.
Masseuse's sisters.
Masseuse's sisters. And so we either, you know, when you have a small group like that, either the whole cast is just standing there in a line looking at everybody, or if you do work your way into the crowd, it's easy to distract because it's not a big group.
Yeah.
And he was aware of that, which I was very impressed with. Mm-hmm. And he caught himself a couple times, you know, where he could have been distracting, so he pulled away.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's really coming along. And you would think where he's at now, you would think he's been doing it for a few years.
A couple of years, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're new for like easy the first year, where
right,
you feel a little, and he's just. I'm really proud of him.
Yeah,
He's,
absolutely.
But one thing, are you going to bring up his sweating?
No, go ahead.
Oh my goodness, he sweats so much, and didn't he say that he's just normally not a sweater?
He says when he does stand up, he doesn't sweat, which I don't know, maybe he's lying.
It's like dripping off his face, like it's just falling off his face,
soaking wet, like he just came out of a pool.
Yeah. Like, it's crazy. And he was, like, saying, he's like, oh, I'm sweating all over the place. And so he's like, so I always had, like, napkins ready for him if he came by just to, like, dab, because he used to wear stuff on his face. So,
makeup, you mean?
Yeah. But the funny thing is, like, when you guys all left and I was, like, breaking down the equipment, everyone wears microphones, like, what do you call them? They're not handheld. They're
like lavaliers.
yeah, and so it hooks to your face.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Cool.
That's Jeff in the white.
In the wedding dress. He's beautiful. Beautiful bride. So and there's a wire that comes down. It's probably about as long as this, right? But it's thinner, and it hooks in the back of the actors. And so I was checking and make sure they're turned off, and I put them he's so cute. I kind of wrap the wire around the device and, put them away for the night. And there's usually 6 or 7 of them. So, I don't even realize what number it is until I look down, and I take the wire and I go to wrap it around. And as I'm pulling the wire, because I want to keep the wire flat, so I'm doing this. As I'm pulling, a big pool of water is landing in the palm of my hand off the wire. The thing's been sitting there for 10, 15 minutes. And I'm doing like that. And all of a sudden, there's a pool of water. I'm like, what is this? And I look down and it was Jeff's. So he sweat so much that there was just liquid that just stayed on this wire. That's how much he was sweating. I don't know what we're going to do for him. Should we get him little fans that attach to his body that fan him throughout?
Well, if he's telling us the truth and he doesn't sweat like that.
I don't see him sweat like that when he's here.
Sweat is cheese sticks leaving his body, says Andy.
Doesn't eat cheese sticks anymore.
Well, I don't know if I believe that either. No,
I do.
No, he has. He's lost 30 pounds.
Yeah.
I think the sweating's going to stop. I think he's just nervous.
He's nervous.
Yeah. So
All
I think
right.
the sweating's going to stop.
He shouldn't be nervous.
Yeah, he's doing great.
He's so funny.
Yeah, very funny. The next part that he may learn for us may not involve him wearing a dress. Maybe.
What part?
Not sure yet. So Knockem Dead Comedy had 2 shows this weekend. Liz Batapede. He is probably sweating from wearing makeup. If he is running around, that would make him sweat.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but like you said, his whole body is drenched.
Yeah, the wire thing goes down his back.
and taking that wedding dress off of him, Linda.
It's like a wetsuit.
Linda Bart, who handles our costumes, she after the show she went to him to help him take it off, and she was just like, she was going, ew, he completely soaked.
Yeah.
So it's not like the makeup and he's sweating here. His whole body is just.
And it's a dress. Normally, a dress breathes, so that, he's all open down below.
Well, yeah. There's nothing hanging. It's all open.
Yeah. But dresses usually don't make you sweat.
Oh, well, he found a way. It's something. But yeah, he does a tremendous job. We did a show this weekend, a fundraiser, and a private party, 2 shows, and it went really well. Lots of praise this weekend from both shows. I do want to just acknowledge the cast to Knockem Dead Comedy for a second, because we did have. The wedding dress can be hot, says Liz. And then Jeff is
better than a suit. Can you imagine if we stuck him in a suit?
I bet she sweats less. Jeff says, I think I found out it's the wig that's adding to the heat.
Oh, I didn't
I think it's
about
all
that.
the above, personally. Yeah, it's all of it. Yeah, but the wigs are sweaty. Wigs are hot.
Maybe
man.
we should get him a different wig that breathes, and maybe because right now he's wearing a blonde one
but that wig looks good
with a
on him.
white dress. Maybe something that's a little different color might be better.
Linda is like a hardened homicide detective that has seen it all until Posey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do want to just compliment the cast for a second, and I'll be totally honest with you, because it's a live show, and things happen in live shows, and and I mentioned Linda. Linda, fortunately, her husband is doing well, but up until about a week or two ago, he was in the hospital. He was in the hospital for a few weeks.
Yeah. Well, he had back surgery.
Yeah, and he was having a tough time. But he came out of the hospital. He's doing okay. So Linda definitely may have been a little distracted. So, she almost didn't even do these shows, these two shows this weekend, because we just felt she would be distracted, and rightfully so. I'm not knocking her at all. But her husband came home about a week or so ago. He's doing okay. So she's like, no, I'm going to do these shows. And we're like, okay, Linda, I've been performing from the very first murder mystery I've ever done. Linda was there. I've been working with her for, I don't know, whatever it's been.
When I started
over
hanging
25
around,
years.
she was like the one person who made me feel comfortable.
Yeah. Same here. When I first started it in the 90s, when I first joined a dinner theater troupe, she was already in the cast, and she's amazing. So I've been working with her all these years. So of course I wanted her in the show. There's nobody like her. But she was a little off. You know, this was her first night away from him. This was the first night that he was home alone since he came home from the hospital. So she was a little distracted. She came out and very quickly screwed up one of her lines.
Yeah.
So we mentioned Jeff, who's new. So I wouldn't expect somebody who's new to kind of
Bring it back
to fix it. And honestly, the two other cast members that were in the show have only been with us for maybe a year. Maybe a little bit more, but not that long. So they were thrown a little bit too.
Yeah.
And kudos to them, because they were trying to bring it back, but they just kept going to the wrong spots as well. And we started just kind of like, it just seemed like for a while there, anybody was just picking. It was just basically people were picking random spots from our script to just go out and say.
They were in like from the middle of the script.
Well, right, and that's the thing. So then other cast members would just follow along, and I'd be like, and in my head I'm like, we just skipped 5 pages. We have to go back. Oh my! Now we just went back 3. Like, what are we doing? And I was totally panicked. But again, I'm complimenting the cast, because we did eventually pull it together. Not only did we pull it together, but we won the crowd over completely.
Yeah, the crowd didn't notice. You just noticed, and everyone else noticed because they were thrown, but no one noticed.
But that's why I was panicking in my head, because I do think they noticed there were some dead spots. When there's a dead spot, that's usually the giveaway.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a minute but it was probably a good 10 seconds, and that's a long time when you're out there. But we did eventually pull together. We found our way. We kept it. And we even loosened up a little bit too. We weren't just, that pressure of where are we, what am I going to say? That was gone. We loosened up. We acknowledged and made a joke out of it that we had screwed up, which is part of our. I think that's why people like us so much.
That's what I love about.
Because we kind of break that fourth wall, if you will, and we laugh when somebody does something funny. We just come out like that.
I love to live my life like that. I love all the mess ups in the world. I think that's like, those are all the memories. I like that stuff. That's why I like live shows.
So we made jokes about it, and again, we pulled it together quickly. And believe me, it wasn't like halfway through the show and we're pulling it together. We pulled it together quickly, won them over, made jokes about it, loosened up, and we just had a great time, and everybody loved it. So, when it was happening, in my head, I'm like, holy shit, am I going to tell these people?
Yeah, so Tony's standing next to me at like the sound machine, the sound system.
Come on, baby, do that conga. Isn't that the sound machine? The Miami sound machine.
Miami sound machine.
We're the Long Island sound machine.
We are.
We're Gloria Estefan tribute band, the Long Island sound machine.
But like everyone else was they were kind of, once you found your way back to where you were supposed to be, and the script started where it was, everyone kind of relaxed and was fun. But you still had that face of yours, like that Tony Walker face. And so I was like, change your face. I forget what I even said to you. I'm like, smile. It's going to be fine. smile because his face was like, I'm just gonna murder someone.
It took me a minute to kind of
Yeah.
come down from it.
I'm like, because I go, you reek of it. Just start smiling.
And I did. I came around.
You did.
But yeah, it took me a minute, and I was mad. I was mad, but and I went to Eric at one point. And I said, see, I told you she shouldn't have done these shows.
Because you had someone lined up to do her role.
I did, and I was the one that was kind of fighting her on it too.
Yeah, because she
But
wanted to do it.
Right.
And you asked me what I thought. I'm like, I would just do whatever Linda says because she's going to kill you if you take this role away from her. And then she was like, what? You gave my role away? I'm like, see?
Yeah, but which I understand and appreciate, but at the same time,
I understand your point too, where
Right.
you just want things to go smoothly.
right, and it's nothing against Linda. I love Linda. Like I said, I've been working with her forever and love her husband too. But
Yeah.
I had to think about the show first. So luckily we pulled it together. And then even the next night, again, compliments to the cast because, like we said, it was a group of 20 people, a private party. We had like Sallie said, we knew the people's having the party, so because we don't always do small parties like that, but for personal connection, of course we did.
Well, she
But-
did. Is it the first time you met her at Domenico's when she did? She had like a big business party, like everyone who works for her.
Yeah.
And so she called you again. She's like, I want to do my sister birthday
Yeah, but
party.
after that event, which was like, I don't know, like what, 7-8 years ago, since then we discovered we have a lot of mutual friends, a lot. In fact, one of those friends was even there. Yeah, actually that was cool. On Friday's show, there were some old Hicksville friends that were there. In fact, there was even politician Rose Walker.
We've seen her so much.
She's a legislator, a county politician. And she was there at the Chuck Arnold thing.
Yeah.
So she came up to me afterwards. Your speech was fantastic. I said, oh, thanks, Rose Walker.
It was.
No relation, by the way. No relation. And we lived like, when I was growing up in Hicksville, she lived like 3 blocks away. But no relation.
Yeah, cool.
But then even on Saturday at this private party, like I said, this woman hired us years ago. Since then, we found out we have a lot of mutual friends. And there was a guy there that I haven't seen in probably 25 years.
Nice.
But yeah, kudos to the cast on that one too, because party for 20 people, and the room that we had was probably the size of the studio. We didn't have a lot of room at all, so they kind of sat around. And we just worked our way through it. But we have dancing, we have music, we have games, so we had to make adjustments because we just didn't have the space. Plus, the restaurant got dinner out an hour late.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So we had to make adjustments based on that too. So we didn't start the show until 10 o'clock Saturday
that's
night,
awful.
which is probably the latest we've ever started a show.
I don't think you've ever had that.
And the restaurant, they didn't have a time frame on the party because the restaurant had a personal connection to the party as well. But they close at 10. But by the time they clean up and stuff, they like to be out of there at 11. So they were letting the party go until 11. But it was like a hard stop. 11 o'clock, everybody's got to get out of here. So we basically had an hour to do a show that's normally 90 minutes to 2 hours. So again, kudos to the cast. We made adjustments, and we made it work, and we still had a blast. And again, Jeff was a big part of that. Everybody had an absolute great time, giving out business cards like crazy. The restaurant said they want to maybe bring us in. So, so a super job to the cast of Knockem Dead Comedy this weekend. It was a good time.
Cool.
So, oh, all right. Well, go ahead. You sound like you were about to say something. No.
No. Good.
Also, this weekend, I got steak.
You did get to stay.
So I won't get into specifics.
You won't.
But somebody we know. Something happened with somebody that we know, and we kind of got screwed with something.
Yeah.
Right? Leave it at that. But it wasn't done on purpose or maliciously, just somebody kind of messed up with something. So this person felt bad, and called Sallie on Friday actually.
Yeah.
Friday, and said, "Come over. I have something for you." We're like, "What the hell? What do you mean you have something?" We're like, "You just kind of screwed us up a little bit. You made a mistake that really affected us, and now you want Sallie to come over? Like it was, and not me. Just asked you to come over. Like what in the world?"
Yeah.
So it turns out this guy felt bad, and he's trying to fix what he did. But in the meantime, he felt bad, and it really was more affecting me than you.
Yo, yeah, absolutely.
He did something to me.
It doesn't affect me at all.
Right. So he calls you over, you go over, he gives Sallie to bring to me because he felt bad. And again, he's working on fixing it, and he will fix it. He will fix it, but it'll be taken care of. So personally, no problem. But he just really kind of screwed us. So as an apology, he gave Sallie something to bring back to me. It was 6 steaks, and they're like this thick.
It's unreal.
It's like Flintstones type, those big bone steak things they used to get on the Flintstones.
And they were frozen.
They were frozen, and they were from a butcher. So Sallie brings them home. She holds it up, and I'm like, "Oh my God, look at those things! This isn't just a supermarket thin." I was like,
"No, this is like a really special butcher thing."
It was like watching porn. So Sallie, because she's so great.
Oh, I love when you tell stories like that. Good.
She goes, "You deserve this." I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You can have one tonight." Really, Mommy?
Yeah, he's already like mapped out. Like one tonight, one for Father's Day, one,
4th of July.
What else? So that's leaves 3 more. Thanksgiving.
You're gonna make me wait from 4th of July to Thanksgiving. I'm gonna make up holidays in the meantime.
We'll just call it in August sometime. It'll be called Steak Day,
That's
which
right.
is fine. Like, I mean, I like the whole vegan stuff. I think you live this way, and you saw a friend yesterday who you haven't seen for a long time, and he could not believe how great you look.
Yeah, well, I'll get to that too.
He went on and on and on about it. So, like, I think this is like health-wise really helping you. But like, you to go from having a steak once a month instead of meat every single day, sometimes twice, I think it's a really big difference in your life.
I turned on the barbecue Saturday night for the first time since January what?
24th.
I barbecued for the first time since January 24th, which is a big deal for me. I used to barbecue every single day,
Like
year round.
6 degrees out, and he's barbecuing outside.
Oh yeah, we would shovel a path.
Yeah,
in
I
the
did.
snow.
Yeah.
To the barbecue.
Yep.
I was like, I just stood there and looked at the barbecue for a second. I just pet it.
You did. You were
So
out there
I
for a
missed you,
while by
baby.
yourself. I thought you were on the phone, but you were just talking to the barbecue.
I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Are you lonesome tonight?
I missed you so.
It was pretty much like that. And then to see this steak, again, it was a real steak.
Yeah. Is that the best steak you've ever had?
It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
It might be, actually. And that's the thing, too, because I kept a close eye on it, so I was not going to screw this up.
Right.
So
like
that
at one
too-
point I was like, I think it's on fire. And you looked at me like, Sallie,
How dare thy
stupid
dust
little girl try to
doubt
talk to
me.
me about barbecue. You just shut your face.
I pulled
and
out
then
a-
all of a sudden you looked over, you're like, oh, it's on fire.
I pulled out a glove. Psh, psh. No, I didn't.
You did. You went over and checked it.
I went over and checked
And there was
it.
fire.
I went over
And then
and-
I blew it out.
I went over and checked it to shut you up.
I had to put the fire out with my saxophone lines.
It's a barbecue.
It's not
supposed to be
on
fire.
fire on the grill.
It was fine. I mean,
Just admit
it's fine what you did.
that I helped you.
All right.
Just say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for saying thank you. Anyway, it was really good, right?
Well, that was the thing. Yeah, I enjoyed watching it go from a frozen steak to like turning into this delicious sizzling pink in the middle. Beautiful.
And then afterwards, you're like, I feel awful.
I didn't feel awful, but I definitely felt
bloated.
A bloated feeling that I haven't felt in a long time. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I'm not enjoying this.
You're like, it tastes so good, but now I feel like shit.
And thankfully, we had a late show on Saturday Saturday night, because then I ended up in the bathroom where
Pooping.
I think half of that steak flew out.
That's the thing about your body. When you start to eat healthy, your body will not be happy with you when you go back. It just is like,
But believe me when I tell you, it was worth
It
it.
was worth it. Yeah,
And
it'll be
I
worth
look
it 5
forward
more times.
And I can't wait for Father's Day this weekend so I can do it again.
Not for the children, just for the steak. Steak then children.
Oh yeah, it's Father's Day. It's my day. It's not their day.
No.
So yeah, in fact, the children are there to maybe cook it for me or something, or serve it to me.
You wouldn't even let them. That's no way you would
Well,
risk
true.
one of these steaks.
But
Make
it's
them practice on something else.
But yeah, on Father's Day, it is a steak first, and then the special needs softball team that I coach, we're having a players versus kids game.
Oh,
on
they are
Sunday.
going down.
Well, that'll be you on Father's Day night. But I'm actually worried because it's Father's Day. I wonder, how many players are going to show.
Yeah.
So I hope we can actually do a game. But to me, I think it's just a lot of fun to play some fun softball, then go home and
Barbecue.
enjoy the kids' barbecue, and of course have some Marshall's ice cream.
And I'll make you French toast for breakfast too.
French toast. See, this day is just getting this. This is going to be a great
I
Father's
make
Day.
good French toast.
You do. You make very good French toast.
I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter what ingredients you give me. I just happen to be amazing at it.
You know who else makes your Kevin makes good French toast.
I taught him.
Oh, well, there you go. So yeah, so Father's Day is going to be very good this year. So I'm very excited. Andy Flagenos. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Bosie. I love how you all got excited about, I like that wig. I still love that I improve. I still love that I improv that line that I threw in, got everybody to laugh. Shit. I don't remember what it was. Jeff, remind me, what was the line? He said something on Saturday that made everybody laugh, but even on Friday. Oh, no, it was Friday's show. I made a reference to us screwing up the lines, and I yelled out, "I'm so confused." And then Jeff was like, "You're confused," because Jeff, a man obviously in a woman's body. He's like,
Yeah.
"You're confused. I'm confused." The place was roaring. It was very funny. And I think I got an applause break ugly enough. What? Oh, oddly enough. And I think I got an applause break oddly enough. Yes, they did applaud. Yes, they did. Andy Plajanos, it really does make me happy to hear that Jeff shined. Wait, I think I spelled that wrong. It makes me happy to see Jeff sheen. Thanks for understanding humor, Jeff. I've been on a weird streak lately, says Plajanos.
What weird streak?
I don't know. And then, all right, here we go.
Not a Fremder.
It is a Fremder.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, wait a minute. I'm going to read it first. Hang on. It's clean.
You could leave it though.
Andrew, I got to go with the sex.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I'll read your next one.
We'll see.
All right. So steak, the shows. You mentioned a friend I hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
We had a very nice time yesterday. Sallie and I and Sammy came with us. Mm-hmm. We had a nice meal and a nice time out with Elio.
Elio Pace.
We can say this now.
Lovely Amy.
And it was the first time we met his daughter in person.
Yes.
We've talked to her on the phone. We've talked to her on FaceTime many, many times.
I've talked to her on FaceTime so much that when they said I hadn't seen her before, I had to really think about that.
Yeah.
I'm
It was a few weeks ago. I said that to Ellie. I was like, wait a minute. This is the first time I'm meeting her in person.
Yeah.
So, it was a lot of fun. Elio and Amy and Marcella, they were in town. They came in because they had a wedding to go to in Philadelphia. So they just took advantage of it. They came in and went to Disney first, then to Philly.
Right.
And then from Philly, they came up this way. So so we had a nice day with them yesterday.
It was great. It was great to see them. I hadn't
always
seen
good to
them
see them.
in 3 years, so I was really excited.
I saw Elio for about 2 hours back in November. So outside of that, first time in 3 years as well. So it was really good to see them. I mean, they really are like family to us.
Yeah.
So it was nice to spend a day with them. And then we took them to the airport, and off they went back home. They had a super trip. I mean, what's better than taking, your kid when they're at the age to really enjoy Disney.
Right.
There's really nothing better.
Right.
I mean, I loved it when I took my guys to Disney. I had a blast. I would have done some things differently, but my kids had a great time, and it was really very special. So we had a nice day with Elio yesterday.
Yeah. And then, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that was the picture that I forgot. to
Oh,
put
right.
on
Okay. This one?
there.
No.
No, I'm saying that's the picture I forgot to put on there.
Oh, all right. Okay. And then me and Sam. Well, it was like a month or so ago. I was like looking around. I was like, because one of the things that I miss from California is they always have like a couple of great Irish festivals like this time of year. And it's great. Like there are local Irish bands. There's like a keg over here. There's, like just tables laid out of Irish stuff. And it's just like a fun.
Define Irish stuff. See, I got a problem with this.
You have a problem with this because you do not accept your people. You're mostly Irish.
You're the racist one.
And you don't accept your people.
But no, you're totally off base on this.
Have you ever been to an Irish festival?
My problem with this is your explanation.
Oh.
Explain. You're saying the only description you gave was kegs of beer, and then you said tables of Irish stuff.
Yeah, like
expand on that.
Clatter rings, jewelry, things like you could find like my last name, is O'Neill, so there'll be like, things about the O'Neill tribes, whatever. What? It's fun. It's just you walk around. It's a great time. There's music everywhere.
That's any festival.
I guess.
Why do we have to
not this one.
separate by saying Irish or Italian or whatever? Just celebrate all cultures and play music and enjoy yourself.
I guess, yeah. I mean, you could have like a town, like Massapequa Festival. Like those are fun, right? Yeah, I like that too. But I just thought it'd be fun. So I knew it was yesterday, and I knew it was Saturday and Sunday, and I was too busy Saturday and Sunday with Elio. I wanted to leave the whole day for Elio because I didn't know when it was. But I noticed that it's like Patchogue said, First Irish Festival, and I wrote it down a couple of months ago for this week, and I'm like, crap, I really wanted to go to that.
Patchogue is a town about half hour east of here, heading toward. You're just kind of getting close to the east end of Long Island, like the Hamptons and stuff. Once you get through Patchogue.
Then it rained in the morning, so I kind of thought maybe it was canceled. So we get back from Elio, and I'm like, oh, we still have like a few hours. So I'm like, Sam, let's go. So he's like, okay, great. So he got, dressed. I got dressed. We jump in the car. We drive all the way out there, and it's this Irish festival is behind, I don't know, a small little Catholic church, like St. Mary's or something, in its parking lot. And in like like you could park, and then if you wanted to go in, you could see the whole festival. It looks like the back of a elementary school, like that size. And so we just pull it in, and we're like, and I'm describing to Sam what the festivals are usually like and what to expect. And we're looking at it, we're like, there are maybe 17 people. Half of them were working it. And 5 of those that weren't working it were like Girl Scouts that were doing cartwheels.
Well, you mentioned it rained, and that's why they were in the parking lot because the grass is soaking wet, and that's why there was hardly anybody there because probably most people figured it was rained out.
I think Saturday was probably just as lame.
So
I think they portrayed us
Saturday
like Irish festival, and they kept saying the money for to buy a ticket to go in, the money will be given to this church, like St. Mary's, as a fundraiser. So I think it was just the church got together and said, what will bring people in? Let's do an Irish festival. And I think that's what happened because clearly not an Irish festival.
I want to hear your description. You said were telling Sam about it, like what an Irish festival is. What was your description to him?
That it's really large. There's a ton of people. There'll be music over on this stage, music over on that stage. You'll see different Irish instruments that you haven't seen. People get really into it. They have Irish T-shirts and stuff like that. Like a festival. When you go to what's another a music festival or something like that. Like they're fun like that.
Because I asked because he came home when you guys came home. I asked him what happened. And he goes, "Well, there was nobody my age there."
There wasn't. Well, there was only 17 people.
Well,
half of them were working, and then the little girls doing cartwheels.
I get that, but what 20-year-old is going to be gets up and says, "All right, today I'm going to go to this festival and see people my age, and we're going to party." Like, I don't know. To me, it was like festivals like that are street.
Maybe you had to be there. Like we pulled into the parking lot, and we both looked. We were like this.
No, I get that.
And then we just left.
But it's not like 20-year-olds who go to a bar and stuff. That's where they go. Like they want to go out, and drink and go to a place to watch a game and hang out with their friends and have a great loud time. That usually a festival isn't like what they think of to go to.
I asked him to go. He didn't
no, I
ask
get
me
that.
to go.
I'm just saying his based on his explanation.
Yeah.
And you would think he would have enjoyed the little girls doing the cartwheels because he likes to go to parks and interrupt parties and play Knockem.
Yeah, no one was playing Knockem either. If you saw Knockem, you probably went in.
Well, I told you got to go. It's an annual event here on Long Island. They have the annual Scottish-Irish Games.
Have you been there?
Or
you just heard they were good?
I might have gone to one years ago because I have friends, the Murphys.
Yeah.
They go every year. And in fact, Joe wears a kilt. And I mean, it makes...
that's what they're like. That's exactly what they're like.
Right, which is what I was saying. It gets... it's on, our news channel every year. Like, it gets major publicity.
Right.
Hundreds upon hundreds of people go. And, yeah,
where is it and when is it?
I believe it's in Old Westbury somewhere.
It was kind of like they sat around the congregation. They're like, well, we don't want to have a bingo night again. It was like that.
So you drove all the way out to Patchogue.
Drove all the way out, half an hour to Patchogue, half an hour back to look in the parking lot. But, it was fun hanging with Sam, so that was fun.
McDonald's just came out with their new Irish-style sandwich called the Mick. She laughed at a friend joke.
Yeah. I was thinking about something else. Poor Andy. I do love Andy.
Andy Plajanos is asking where this festival was. You sent in Patchogue. Like do you remember where in Patchogue? Like Sunrise Highway?
It was right off. Yeah, it was right off the highway. Sunrise Highway. No, it was right off. Yeah, Sunrise Highway, and
That's all you got.
A couple of blocks in, there's a little small church, and it was there.
You don't remember any names of roads? Waverly Avenue, North Ocean, Route 112.
I will look it up. You want to know?
Well, Andy wants to know.
Okay.
Then Andy says, I used to go to an Irish festival, wear a kilt, get hammered. Sounds like you just went to the wrong one. Andy, have you gone to the Scottish Irish? What do they call it? The Scottish Irish Games or something? It's in Westbury every year. And then, all right. So now also this weekend, explain what you did to me this weekend. That was so mean and awful.
Which day?
I think it was Saturday, but it could have been Friday.
When I scared you?
Yeah.
That really affected you.
I got you back though.
You did get me back. Yeah, so in our shower, it's like a glass door.
You didn't find it?
I will, but I wanted to.
You couldn't tell the story at the same time?
No, I can't do two things like two things at the same time. Lady of Mount Carmel.
That's the name of the church? You mistook that for St. Mary's?
Yeah, I just made up some Irish name. Lady of Mount Carmel. It's located on 495 North Ocean Avenue in Patchogue.
I nailed it.
Did you say that?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucked. Big time.
I haven't gone to any games, says Bojanos. That sounds silly to me. There are Irish events everywhere all the time. Sounds like that church was trying to ride the gravy train.
Yes.
Oh,
that's exactly what it was.
There's Irish events everywhere?
Normally we have a bake sale, but let's call it the first Irish festival of Patchogue. Yeah. And it was $25 a person. Yeah, I didn't go in.
Yeah, there was
$50
definitely
to go in there and play with the Girl Scouts.
They definitely had a lot of other things planned, but I wonder if they even canceled the whole event and then that was just maybe some people hanging out after church.
No. The banners were all up.
Oh,
that was
really?
it. It sucked. And they couldn't have done anything better because it's, like I said, it was like the backyard of a church.
I guarantee there was at least a band and a handful of things that were supposed to be there that they canceled. Because of the rain. I bet you. There
was an indoor and outdoor area, and they.
Oh, so you didn't even go in the indoor?
No.
Maybe that's where all the fun was.
Yeah, but that's not a festival. Being inside.
It's an indoor festival.
Sucks. Anyway, so the shower, it's glass, and I just happened to be walking by as you're showering, and I noticed that your eyes were closed for a particularly long time. Like you were just, I don't know, you were like washing your face. So I just like walked up to the shower, and I was like this. For like when you opened your eyes, and you're like,
Let me point out something to you that I did not make a sound. I just went, jeez, like that. That's all I did. So if that's your imitation of me, well then do the imitation of you when I did the exact same thing to you yesterday to get you back.
I went, oh.
First off, I was standing there in that position for like what felt like 10 minutes.
Me too. That's why, like, your eyes were closed for like the longest time.
Yeah, same with you. And I was like,
after a while, I was like, I could just go away, and you wouldn't even know I was standing
I
here.
thought the same thing. There was a couple times I was like, I'm done here.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I gotta stay.
Because you got to stay in position.
Yeah. But you had a little bit of a delayed reaction because you actually looked at me first. You just kind of, but you actually made a sound. You actually did. You actually went like that.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like an opera singer? So now
Yeah.
you're saying it so well.
Oh, solo mio.
Just like that.
Just like that. That's what you did.
Yeah.
And you had this look of terror on your. Any horror movie director would be proud. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And your reaction was bigger than mine.
No.
I didn't make a sound.
I went, oh.
No, you didn't.
I didn't go.
Yes, you did.
No,
You went. Ah! You totally did that.
Well, you went.
No, I didn't. I didn't make a sound.
Yeah.
I went like this. I opened my eyes. I went, jeez.
And then
like
you
that.
reach down and grab your vagina because you were crying so bad. Mm-hmm. I first came up with it, and you had the bigger crybaby look.
You had a bigger reaction than me. Who cares? You came up with it.
Coming up with it is the coolest part.
It's a cool part.
Yeah.
But I still got a better reaction out of you. Totally.
So get this. In 2024.
Yeah.
The European Union says that it's putting something together, a bill together that by 2024, Apple and other smartphones will be required to support a single common charger, like a charging like a standard for all mobile devices. So
whether it's Apple or not?
yes,
Oh,
anything.
that's good
the
news.
wire cable phone tablets, e-readers, earbuds, cameras, portable speakers, everything will have to be equipped with a port known as a USB-C. So, and everyone's like, I mean, you kind of like more in all the big, I've got like a whole container worth of chargers.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, all existing phones will be able to use it, or is it right? It's just the iPhone 15
going
and
forward.
every phone moving forward, right? So it's going to take us a few years to catch up to this.
Yeah, and they're given
kinda
time. But like, think about it. 2 years from now, the charger that you're crying over is going to be dead by now, and
Well,
you're going to
right.
replace it anyway.
True.
So yeah, so I think it's a great thing. Apple is really pissed, and they're like, it's going to slow innovation.
Yeah, sure.
It's going to make billions of devices obsolete. But they all got together and decided to make a different size thing for every little device just to freaking screw us.
That's nice.
So I'm like thrilled about that.
Andrew Fremder, leprechauns hate running because they rather dig than jog. I don't get it. I don't get that. Andy Plajanos, my friend's band played that event.
Who? Plajanos?
Yeah. He was pissed because it wasn't advertised and a bunch of people didn't show that said they would. Rain was definitely the issue.
It's such a small area, though, Andy. There's no way that it would be like a fun festival. Like, it's like probably, I don't know, 3 times the size of a normal Long Island Levitt house backyard. Like a church, like a church little backyard with a swing set. And there was no way, because it was, in the middle of Patchogue, there was no way to make it a bigger event. And who wants to be inside? So the outdoor facility, and they had like a whole list of bands, so I totally get it. But I don't know what they would have done with it.
The bands were probably in the parking lot, and then for the festivities it'd be on the grass for kids and stuff. But
the parking lot was small and filled with cars. It was it's a small church with a weird name.
But maybe it was only filled with cars because it was already determined the bands weren't coming. So they let the cars in.
But it's not that big of a parking lot. It's like, I'm trying to describe like...
You're so negative.
Okay, so if you go out where we normally park... And
Here? Yeah.
And you go just like maybe 2 lanes, and the point where you would actually say, yeah, I'm not parking that far away. That's the cutoff. Like, it's not even a big parking lot.
All right, but but that's fine for a band. You set up a little stage and let the people stand and gather to watch. That's plenty. Andy Plagano says, maybe if Sallie Downer should move her expectations.
Maybe. But
And now you're getting yelled at, too. He says that is not the middle of Patchogue.
But it's small. It's a small place.
Jeff says, wait, Tony has a penis? Because you said I grabbed my vagina before. Fremder, you screwed up your joke, so I'm not reading it. The furniture one, I'm not reading that. Plus, that's an old joke. Plagano says they will never vote on that bill in the U.S. Our politicians are in big tech's pocket. So he's saying that charger thing will never happen. Fremder, I think Apple just came out with their new iBrader app. He's used that one before, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about our weekend. We're going to talk about Don Sill's weekend, too. Don Sill posted a few weeks ago that he got his certificate to be a minister. He can marry people.
Yes.
So this
Which
weekend...
is easy to do. You just have to
It's not easy to do.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
You can get it online.
It's easy to get the certificate.
Yeah.
But to actually perform these weddings, I don't think that's easy at all.
No, but I'm saying you can legally do it. Should I show the picture?
Well, yeah, there you go. Don this weekend did his first wedding. So do we congratulate him? I guess we congratulate. Yeah, congratulations, Don, on your first.
I'm sure he did a great job.
Performing your first wedding. It is a little funny to me, like just looking at that picture, because he does look like, first, to have that priest robe thing on, or scarf thing, I should say, and he just looks so serious.
It's serious stuff.
It just it just makes me laugh because he just wants to goof on these people. So So here's what I was thinking. What do you think Don would sound like as a minister? Like what do you see? Like, try to picture Don, leading a wedding, ordaining. No, what's the word?
I don't have to, because unfortunately I went to his brother's wake, and Don spoke there, like, the eulogy, and I thought he was fantastic. And to do a eulogy under circumstances where you're just devastated that, a family member died, he did a great job.
So much for that bit.
Oh, sorry, we're going to make fun of him? You can't make fun of Don Sill.
Why not?
Because he's, like, perfect at that stuff. I think he would be great at that stuff.
How many times do you think he told the couple that they're awesome?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Do you think he brought Benny out as Gagoots at any time?
Well, how about Benny could be like the flower girl? He would be a great flower girl.
What?
Yeah.
He would smoke the flowers. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Benny would be a good flower girl?
He would be handing out some pretty good stuff.
No, he wouldn't. He'd keep it all for himself.
He'd be like throwing edibles on the ground in front of him.
He would just have that little basket. He would just light it, and it would be like smoking as he's walking out. And actually, he probably wouldn't do it because he'd insist that the couple would have to walk out to a Frank Zappa tune.
Frank Zappa?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Benny would only walk out there to a Frank Zappa
I thought he was a
tune.
Deadhead.
He's a Deadhead too, yeah.
Which does he like more?
I don't know. He seems to talk about Zappa more.
Oh, really?
At least in my experience. I hear him talk about Zappa more than the Dead, but he likes all of it.
I think these people, it's actually kind of a risky thing. I mean, here you are, you're getting married, and you're picking your minister or whatever, and it's like a important part of your day, and to like pick someone who has never done it before, it's a big risk. So I would pick him. I would have no doubt that he would do a great job.
So you mean I could be officially married to someone if Don does the marriage at the next show? Actually, yeah, I guess you could be. That's from Bosie. Andy Plajanos. Don broke his cherry. DJ D Love is watching. I love that Jeff mixed the uppercase situation. Mixed the uppercase situation. Yeah, I don't know where. Officiated. Thank you, Liz. I couldn't think of the word before. I'm like, administer, lead a wedding.
Talk to the bride and then the groom.
Fremda says he knows how to make you smile. He's just going to stop talking forever.
No, don't do that. I
Plajanos,
love Andy.
if you pull back, Benny is clutching his hoodie and cursing my name.
Andy Plajanos. And then you get back to his flower girl duty. I think he'd do a good job as a flower girl.
Do you think Don at any point was like, because he, or do you think he tried to rap? Because he had that rap band, the Cankersaurs.
How did they know him? Like, why was he picked to do this? What did he say? Did this couple say, "Oh, Don, we'd love you to do this. Do you have your license?"
There was some kind of connection to his fiance, like a cousin or something. With Don's
Well, then
fiance.
they've probably seen him do things like that because he, like I said, like, not to bring up sad stuff, but I have seen speak like that, and he's great. He's like it's tough to have that combination of warmth and funny, and he has that.
Do you think because he's such a, and I say this pretty much every time I talk about Don, he's a walking encyclopedia of comedy. So do you think he quoted George Carlin when he talked to this newly married couple? One thing you two should never do. These are the 7 words
you should never
say
to your lover.
And that would be great if he just rattled those words off right there.
Yeah.
Cock tit motherfucker. All those. You see the whole congregation.
Yeah, and I wonder what kind of church it was. What was the name of that? Carmel Church? Carmel. What?
It's a tasty church.
Why is it called that? Have you ever heard of that church?
Actually, I have. I passed it.
Mount Carmel.
There was a girl I knew named Carmel. I mounted her.
What a weird church name.
It is a name, though. Carmel. It's a name. Plagianos, I bet they turned to him at their sex club and said, "Hey, Don, can you marry us?" Don, you should make them your guests on Donversations. So
We should have had Bosie in the wedding gown, like do a goof on Don, like have him go out and see if Don noticed that he was marrying Bosie to someone. That would have been funny.
And talk about sweating. I bet you Don was nervous as hell. I bet you he sweat like crazy.
So when people are nervous, they sweat. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Show the picture again. What color was his suit? What is that?
That is, I don't know, off-white.
But it has like a purplish, pinkish hue.
Maybe just because of the...
Yeah, that scarf kind of makes it look...
You're going to hell for not knowing the name of that scarf.
Does it actually have a name?
It's got to.
Well, again, but it's not a Catholic church. It was non-denominational ceremony. So that... I wonder if that's his or if they gave that to him to wear.
They gave it to him. Or maybe he just bought it.
Yeah, right, because he's trying to look...
Like from the costume store or
He's
something.
trying to look ministerish. Marriage is when a man and woman become as one. The trouble starts when they decide which one. That's Andrew Fremder. But yeah, I bet you he bought that himself so he would look more like the part.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if he bought that suit to match it. But it is a little... Maybe there's not a little pinkish hue. Maybe... Because I'm looking at it on that screen on the delay.
Yeah. And a yellow tie.
Oh, I didn't even notice the yellow tie.
Which kind of goes with the design. And what are the designs on that?
I know it's probably like some Indian tribe where it means, eat my daughter or something.
No.
Like he doesn't even know it.
Does not say that.
It says, let's have butt sex.
Like, what are the designs on the thing? Looks like volume on your computer. Like to make something louder.
Or the @ symbol.
Yeah.
And I love his hair is all, nice and...
Yeah, when we see him on Saturday night, he looks like Bill the Cat. He just like rolls in a sweatshirt.
Mount Carmel in Israel figures prominently in the Bible.
Really?
That's what Andy Plagano said.
Huh. What girl do you know named Carmel?
I've heard the name before. I was making that up. I didn't know a girl named Carmel,
There's
but I've heard
Camille.
the name. No. There's. I think did my brother go to school with a girl named Carmel? I would swear that there was a girl in Hicksville named Carmel.
It's a candy.
No, that's caramel. Come on,
Carmel?
Carmel.
Carmen.
Carmen. That's a name too. Very good, Sally. Marriage is like going to a restaurant. You order what you want, then you see the other person has, and you wish you had ordered that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, thank you, Liz. That scarf is called a stole or a vestment.
Vestment?
Vestment.
Okay.
That's from Liz Batapede. Yeah, I guarantee he stole lines from comedians.
No, but he wouldn't steal it. He would give credit.
Yeah, right. As you get married today...
Think of what Louis Anderson says.
Yeah, Louis Anderson. Yeah, I bet you he did that.
Yeah.
And I wish it was a Catholic ceremony. Because then he'd have to sing those songs the priest sing. Let us now get on our knees and pray. Like, I would love to see Don do that.
Yeah.
I would die. And so would you. Because,
I would.
Because
I
you've
can't
done
not
it before.
laugh at Catholic masses.
You dick.
They just break out into song.
And I know I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again. We went to a wake one time. And there was a priest. Sally and I were sitting in the back. And I guess it was your first Catholic wake?
No, it wasn't. But I'm not used to them all of a sudden just breaking out in song. Like he does the talk.
The priest comes in, says a few words, and then he starts doing that. Let us pray.
It was like a little Irish ditty he was singing.
Well, yeah, it definitely went on for a little bit.
And it was like up and down, like Irish. So it's just funny to me. It just like hit me
Well,
funny.
right, that's the thing. So all of a sudden you just start hearing to the point where people were turning around and looking at her. So then, and I wasn't going down with the ship. I totally threw her under the bus. I actually, as people were looking at us, I went like this too. I went,
Yeah, you didn't cover for me. You
No.
just like stared at me like everyone else. And then
Yep.
I felt really, and then you know when you can't stop laughing?
oh yeah, you lost control.
And,
Yeah,
And then like the tears started because he kept singing.
yes.
And then, and then, so I couldn't stop. And then, so I figured since I'm crying, I'll just pretend I'm really emotional about the person who died.
Yeah.
So then I just started making the sad faces. I was like laughing.
Nobody was fooled.
And I thought people were fooled.
Nobody was fooled.
Yeah. Yeah. Who does that?
What? Laugh at a priest? You do.
No, who just breaks out in song?
Priests do.
But the kids are like, all the kids are pretty much done with school. Kevin's like home today, and he goes in Tuesday.
You're changing subjects today, like we're having in one conversation.
Were you going to talk more about the singing priest? Or more about Don? What are you going to do?
Let me read some comments about that topic, and then we'll switch topics.
Sure.
Pajanos, it looks like Don is a ninja from the Hidden Leaf tribe in Naruto. Carmela comes from Carmel. There you go.
Really?
Naruto. Yeah. Andrew Fremder, my wife just renewed me for another season. Pajanos, and the Lord saith unto them, you've been here for 4 hours. I don't know what movies that's from. Oh, Liz Batapete says, Andrew, you go now.
Which one?
Oh, I read that as like you go. She's saying you go, Andrew. The other day I accidentally dropped my wedding band down the garbage disposal. When I told my friend, he told me that he warned me about marrying that piece of trash.
Why? Why do you do this?
Pajanos, through him, with him, in the unity of the Holy Spirit.
But the guy was
All
like
glory
up and
and
down.
honor is yours,
It wasn't
Almighty
just one
Father,
note.
forever and
It was like up and down like an
ever.
Irish ditty.
He did this one too, the one that Pajanos just wrote that I sang just now. That one's been in the Catholic Church forever.
Yeah.
He did that one too, but
Help me out. You're
no,
right.
he did.
It
He
was
did this
funny.
one particular thing where he was all over the place, and I never heard it before.
And I was
It
like-
wasn't your usual. It's not. And believe me, I've lived and breathed Catholicism for my first 30 years
you
of
go to
life.
Wakes more than you go to
Yeah,
Burger
true.
King.
John Panette doing the all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet super famous bit. Yes, I am familiar with the bit once you pointed that out. I'm not good at like just somebody saying a line and I have to know where it's from. Like I have to know what we're talking about first. Unless like certain Godfather quotes I know, the Naked Gun quotes I know, and that actually might be it. And the movie Help. I can quote bits from the movie Help.
Please don't.
Ringo was on the floor because somebody
just-
tried to
just
steal
don't.
his ring. So he was fighting back and he fell on the floor. And it was in the middle of the night. All the other Beatles were sleeping. So when Ringo fell, John woke up. And John says, what are you doing on the floor? And Ringo says, I'm tired. I'm telling you, that movie's hilarious.
No, it isn't. No, it's
You never even saw it.
awful.
Liz Batapete, I saw John Panette on a show on Friday. What, you mean like on TV? Because John Panette's dead, isn't he?
Joan Benet's dead.
Who's John Benet? Oh, John Benet Ramsey?
Is her name Joan?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he died 2014, the age of 50. Oh, my goodness. Funny guy, man. Okay. Sorry. So what about the kids?
Oh yeah, so they're all like they're all kind of done with school. Like Kevin's got like 3 tests left, but he doesn't have to go into school anymore. He just has to like for those, couple of hours tomorrow, a couple hours Thursday, and then the following Thursday, and he finishes up. So it's like summertime. It's fun. I love summertime.
Some summertime. You like when the kids are home.
I like when the kids are home. Yeah, I can't wait for summer. I like feel bad for like my sisters in North Carolina, and they don't have summer break like they do up here. They just have like they're on a quarter system, so every few months they have a couple of weeks off, and then they start the new quarter. It goes year round. I would hate it.
But it's weird for us now. I feel like I'm losing my voice. It's weird for us now because and I said it to you the other day. Because Kevin and his girlfriend went out Saturday night to a bonfire.
Yes.
So it just was weird to me because now that the summer's here and everybody goes out to do stuff. Because Kevin was he's the youngest, so he was the last one that was still home all the time.
Yeah.
Not going out, not doing anything. So it was just weird to say, oh, that's the last one now. There he goes. He's going out all the time now too.
They're all getting old.
So it's going to be an interesting summer because he's driving now. He's got a girlfriend. So I bet you he's not home much.
I wonder if he gets a job. You think he's going to go get himself a job?
I think he should get a job.
Just for a couple of months.
Yeah, get a summer job.
Yeah.
Work at do something easy. I mean, he likes computers. I would.
What kind of job could he get if he's working, if he can, maybe he should learn how to fix computers, which he's not so bad at.
Right. Oh, no, he's very good at it. I was going to suggest something easy, like working in a movie theater or something easy. But
he hates movies.
No, but that's why it'll be easy.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a bonfire, says Andy Pajanos. Can you imagine? I can't even picture Kevin doing anything like that.
Yeah.
I could picture the other guys doing it.
Yeah. But not Kevin.
Yeah, so what kind of job should he get?
I don't know. Like, I would want him to get some. I can't see him working at a fast food restaurant or.
No.
I could, I'd see him doing something different. But he can't get a good job because he's just going to be doing it for a couple of months.
He's going to be a cashier at a supermarket.
No, I could see him doing that. Yeah, he's good with money.
Yep, he's one
of the few kids, that I know in life that can actually hand back change without looking at the machine.
Oh, that's something.
That is something.
Oh, I wasn't.
No, it's like I'm just having White Post Farms flashbacks. I'm being stuck with kids his age that don't know how to do anything.
But yeah, it's definitely weird to see all the kids kind of out. Like even my son, Zach, he's been working on movie sets.
He's like an adult now.
I've seen him. I saw him for a half hour yesterday.
Yeah.
And then last Monday, I spent, 2 or 3 hours with him. And that's it since he graduated college 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's been working his ass, although I think he's off for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
And he might have jury duty.
He's on jury duty right now. But they didn't call his number for today.
Right.
So, yeah, he might have to go in. But yeah, I've hardly seen him. So they're getting older. We're getting older.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just think within the next 10 years, they'll probably all be living on their own. Well, except for Sam.
It's going to be difficult.
Sam's never moving.
Sam will always be in our crawl space. We don't have a basement. He might be the one that surprises us,
I brought something up on Friday. Mike was here with me, but I wanted to bring it up with you as well.
Shoot.
In Pennsylvania, at the Wrigley factory.
Gum.
Chocolate.
Isn't it Wrigley gum?
Yeah.
Oh.
But this was a chocolate factory. Oh, I'm sorry. A Wrigley factory. Mars Wrigley factory. So Mars is chocolate.
Yes.
2 people had to be rescued.
Oh, yeah.
You heard? Oh, I did?
I gave this to you.
Oh, that's right. You did.
But I didn't know anything about it. You were just getting ready for the show, and I looked at a couple of topics. I'm like, you might want to look this up because it could be like your dream come true.
Well, and that's what I was saying to Mike. Like,
but I didn't know anything about it.
Because it said 2 people had to be rescued after falling into a tank that contained chocolate at a Mars Wrigley factory in Pennsylvania. Like, if it was me and you,
we wouldn't call anyone.
I wouldn't ask to be rescued.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, why? Why would you?
We could be swimming in it. We could lick it off each other.
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess you couldn't have this conversation
with Mike.
With Mike.
Well, Mike, I think we did say that. Well, obviously, we didn't say we'd lick it off each other, but we were like, oh, yeah, we could. If
So
it was
what
a woman-
happened? Did this couple like break into it, fall in to eat all the chocolate, and then had to be rescued out? And I wonder.
No, they both worked there.
Okay.
They were both taken to the hospital following the incident. One via ambulance, the other via helicopter.
Because does chocolate weigh more than water? Was it weighing them down and drowning them?
It must be thick because they said it was only waist high. So I don't know. I
still don't see the problem. To me, it's still a great day.
But they didn't know at the time. They didn't know how they fell. So did they fall from a scaffolding or something? Maybe they hit the bottom, or is it so thick that you can't get up? I don't know. Or is it so thick that it makes it hard to breathe? I don't know.
But if it's only waist deep, what does that have anything to do with your face?
But then get this. But they couldn't even get them out of. They couldn't even pull them out of the tank. They had to cut the tank
cement?
on the sides so that it would kind of like a banana, and then get them out that way. So I don't know.
Wow.
This whole thing is very strange. Yeah, and it's not immediately clear how the two people fell into the tank. And I said it on Friday with Mike, and I'll say it again. I wouldn't need to be rescued. Just put on some Van Halen, turn on the Met game, and I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
Me, you, chocolate, baseball, music. I mean, that's really, I think that's it.
And, well, I guess one of the questions is, we're just assuming the chocolate is liquid. Like, maybe it was hard chocolate?
Why
and
would
they
it be
were stuck?
Why would it be in a tank?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find an update.
Yeah, because I didn't get any information over it. I just saw the title, and I just threw it your way.
People fall into... all right, well, I see an article from June 9th, so that wouldn't be an update. Let's see. Yeah, everything I'm finding is from 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah, I'm not finding any updates on it. I would love to know what these people were doing. Oh, wait a minute. Here's an article from 2 days ago. Let's see if this has any updates.
People gained 10 pounds.
Oh, what? 2 people have been rescued after falling into a giant tank of M&M chocolate. So do you think it was just a big tank of little M&Ms? Could that be possible? First person was rescued at 3:10 p.m. The second one rescued at 3:25 p.m. See, that would be awesome too, because then I get all the M&Ms for myself. Right.
Yeah, but maybe it's like when you fall into a corn vessel and like you can't breathe, all the dust, you're in the center, you can't make your way out.
The 2 people were doing maintenance work for an outside contracting firm at the time of the incident. That's it. That was actually the last sentence of the article. All right, so that doesn't help me.
And the only thing else I just had on my list is that I've been doing like all last week and this week is Cindy has she has a Volkswagen Karma Gia. I actually had to look up how to spell that. I had no idea. I'm like, because it's like a Volkswagen Bug, only it's a Karma Gia, and I don't know. So that's what it looks like. It's a convertible. And it's like a 1974, and it's spelled KARMAAN.
Oh, it's 2 A's at the end?
Yeah, Carmen Gia. And then it's GHIA. And I think it's like the 2 guys that, put the car together. It's both their last names. That's why it's so weird. But anyway, so, man, she loved this car. And it's in great shape, but it obviously hasn't been driven for at least 6 months. And it's obvious. Well, not really obvious because I guess they're automatic, but it's a standard, shift. And I don't drive. I drive a standard, but I choose to have cars that are automatic because it's like on Long Island. It's like too much work. Yeah. It's just too much work, And but I've only driven our car once, and so I get in the car to start it up, drive it around for a bit, and I can't figure out how to put the thing in reverse, which I feel like completely stupid. So I was like going on YouTube, 1974 Karma Gia, how to do reverse. Took me like the longest time to even find it, and a couple of them gave me wrong advice. One, because I normally it would be like kind of like over towards you and then back.
Right.
And some of them were like over to the right and up, which I guess would be like a 5-speed, but this is just a regular 4-speed. And it turned out that there's this little hook on the stick shift that you pull it up and you just go into second gear, and that's reverse. Like, it's not even over to the side. It's just straight back into second gear, but you have to hold the hook. This took me, how long do you think it took me to figure this out?
A few days.
No.
Took a while.
Almost an hour. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, at least, yes.
Yeah. So I finally did that, drove around. Then the only other problem that I'm having, because I mean, the outside of the car looks perfect and the engine runs perfect, but the inside of the car is like, it hasn't been vacuumed down in a while. So I want to get it like detailed because I want to sell it. So I want to get it detailed. So, and I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, unless you had like a Volkswagen Bug, you probably wouldn't notice, but the engine for an old Volkswagen is in the back and the trunk is in the front. And I can't figure out how to open the trunk. And I don't know if that I'm going to be able to, because I looked that up too, and it turns out that in the trunk, to fill the tank with gas, there's a lever on the passenger side. Like, normally in a car, it's right by you. You hit a button, or you don't even need to. You just go and open it up. It's on the passenger side underneath the glove box is how you put gas in it. To open the trunk, which is in the front, is supposed to be in the glove compartment, and there's supposed to be like a lever or something, and it's just like a hole. So I don't know how I'm going to open the trunk. I don't know what's in there. I don't know if
there must be a way.
Yeah.
And that's weird that hook is gone.
Yeah.
Where the hell is it?
I don't know. But that's the only weird thing about the car so far. But anyway, so that was like my weekend, also trying to figure that all out. That's all I had.
Did they take them to the juicing room? How many Oompa Loompas did it take to get them out? That's from Andy Plagano's.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Willy Wonka incident.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was thinking too. That's why we were all, like Andy, that's why we were all thinking it was like a liquid.
Well, Liz Batterby brings up some good points. Maybe it was hot from melting. That's a good point. Or she said maybe there was something in those vats that was stirring the chocolate. And maybe,
do you think they ate? I would just sit there and eat chocolate.
Ate their way out?
Yeah.
This is how Batman accidentally created the Joker, says Plachanos. Chocolate waste deep sounds like a shitty situation. Is reverse next to first? Yes, right? It's next.
It's second. It's exactly second. So you go to first up.
First,
and then if you want to go to second, you just go straight back.
Right.
This is exactly second, only you hold a pin up.
Yeah, well, you actually go past second, so it's next to second.
No, it isn't, because that's how
the diagram you showed me, that's what it said.
Right, but that's not what it is. And that, like I said, I was led wrong twice.
Yeah.
So, in a Volkswagen Bug, it's back and to your left. But this is just completely straight back because I didn't trust it. Because I was in the driveway.
Drive into your fence.
And there's a fence to go into the backyard. I'm thinking, I'm just going to hit this fence.
Yeah.
I have to be sure. And that's why it took like a lot of time. And it is exactly back in a second. You just hold the hook when you're doing it.
And Plagano says he had that hook on his 1976 Honda.
Yeah?
Yep.
I've never seen and
CDCC.
I've never even noticed it when she drove me around it. I never even noticed it.
I know. And then, so now we got to figure out the trunk. All right. We'll figure that out. All right, I got a couple of quick things before we say goodbye.
Oh, we can't go because I'm having lunch with Helen.
All right, see you later.
All right, make it quick.
Put on that video. I've been holding that for a few days.
Oh, all right.
Now, you know what? Screw it. Forget it.
Why? You want to do it tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll show it tomorrow.
All right, cool.
So, all right, let me just do this then. Just real quick, congratulations. It's been a while, but a long time ago, we had our friend Nick Miggs in here.
Yeah.
Actually, he was in here a few times, but it was a few years ago. He has since moved upstate, so we don't really see him that much anymore. But and his wife, him and his wife Dana, used to be part of Knockem Dead Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
They just had their first baby, so congratulations to them.
So cute. Look at those cheeks, man. Oh, so cute.
There's Nick.
A little boy, right?
Yep. Teddy, I think his name.
Oh, that's so cute. I could see them having a Teddy. Yeah, they've been together forever, so I'm very happy for them. Oh, nice.
Yeah, one more. Got a little smile going. Yep. Congratulations to Dana and Nick on the birth of their first man. Yep. Theodore Teddy Migliorino. Born June 8th at 9:10 a.m. 8 pounds, 7 ounces, mostly in his cheeks. So congratulations to them. All right. Hey, if you'd like to do your own podcast or you need to record some video or audio, get in touch with us on our Facebook page, Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. That's the name of our Facebook page. Get in touch with us. We'll hook you up. We got lights. We got cameras. We got all sorts of cool stuff. Again, message us on our Facebook page. We'll be back tomorrow. It's Tuesday Trivia. Fat Jay and Joe Skinny Dick will be here. And possibly Dan LaRocca will be here tomorrow. He's still not confirmed yet.
I forgot to do questions. I'm stressed now.
Do them today. We got plenty of time. I'm picking my ear. So, yeah, join us tomorrow. And, of course, we have Steve Square tonight at 6:30, The Wort at 8 o'clock. And then we're back here tomorrow. Everybody enjoy.
Oh, and Joey Petroni will be on tomorrow. It's not his normal week.
Joey Petroni's on tomorrow night at 7:30?
Yep.
6:30?
7:30.
Followed by Hershey and the Keegs at 9. And they do have a guest.
They do have a guest.
Tracy Caranazzo or something. I forget her last name. She's very funny, though. Her name is something.
In
I just
studio?
don't know how to say it. I believe.
Nice.
I'm not positive about that. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow. See ya.